Hey, what's good everybody? It's Don the Tab King. Today I'll be explaining both combos of Anje Falkenrath. Let's get it.
Tab Kings, baby.
Okay, so here we are. You got 5 lands. You don't need 5 lands to execute the combo. This is gonna make it easier to explain both combos if I have all the lands needed for it. Alrighty, Broodlord is already in our yard. We have options. How are we gonna get it back? 3 options. Awesome. You pick the one you like. I'm gonna pick the one I like. Animate dead. Tap 2, right? Bring it in. ETBs, we get saw in half. Here you go, saw in half. Perfect. We're gonna convoke by tapping. It's gonna cost 1 less, so we need to tap 2 more mana. Guess what the target's gonna be? The dragon. Perfect. Destroy by
Bye, bit.
2 copies of dragon. Uno, dos. Revolutionist, you exile that with the effect and exile that. They don't get exiled and tap. I'm just trying to have everything in the screen at the same time. All right, both exile. Burnt Offering, Revolutionist. Tap this to pay for that, right? Convoke, cool, tap. And then you know what, let's sack this one. You can sack that one, but we're gonna sack this one. Bye. That gives us a total of 8 mana. 1 red, 7 black. Why did we get 8 mana? Great question. Because according to Broodlord, CMC is 8. Cool. Ocho for my Spanish speakers. All right, so we have 1 according to Broodlord left. We will tap it, right? Because Revolutionist costs 6. We're gonna use the 1 red, right? That's so far 2 mana. All right, 2 minus 6 is 4. So we're gonna use our remaining, some of our black mana. Leaves us with 3 black mana, right? Easy math. The CTBs.
Gotcha, bitch.
We grab saw in half. We have 3 black floating, targeting our Revolutionist. Bye. In the yard. We'll have 2 more copies. This copy gets Burnt Offering. This copy gets saw in half. Need a total of 4 mana to execute the combo. So now I'll tap 1 more mana to cover the cost of Burnt Offering, sacrificing the Revolutionist. We get 6 mana. Bye. 1 red, 5 black. We use 3 black to target the Revolutionist. So it leaves us with 2 black. Bye. We get 2 copies of Revolutionist. This one gets Burnt Offering. This one gets saw in half. We're gonna just use 1 more black mana, leaving us with 1 black mana. That's gonna cover the cost of Burnt Offering. That's gonna get us 6 more mana. 1 red, and then 5 black. That puts us at 6 here. At this point, you'll continue to execute a demonstrated loop of sawing in half your Revolutionist, getting 2 copies of Revolutionist entering. 1 gets Burnt Offering, 1 gets saw in half. You will sack 1 to Burnt Offering using your floating mana, and use that mana to cover the cost of saw in half. Every time you execute this combo, you net 2 mana. 1 red, 1 black. You do this until you have 1 billion mana.
I like this one.
Next step of the combo, very simple. You have 1 billion red, 1 billion black, right? Instead of getting Burnt Offering. We no longer need that. We're gonna still get Saw in Half to continue the combo. And then you have options. The second copy of Revolutionist has options. So we can use either Fury Temper, Violent Eruption, Ribbon, or the Judgment card, right? Either one of these 4 cards will get you to the win. Dump your billions of mana into any of these options, and that is GG's.
Real bad man.
But wait, Daddy, what happens if the Revolutionist is in the graveyard by the time you ETB with the dragon? Great question. Let's reset. Here we are. In the yard. Already entered. This is exiled face down. We convoke our dragon, that's why he's tapped. It costs 1 less. Tap to 2. Target dragon. Buy dragon. High dragon. You're gonna get Burnt Offering and either, where did I put it? Oops. If we utilize Dance of Dead to bring back the dragon, obviously you can use it. You could use Animate Dead or Necromancy, whichever one. Ideally you wanna use Animate Dead, less CMC, but for right now, we'll use Animate Dead. Cool, got it. All right, tap the dragon, right? Cover the cost, you got 8 mana, right? Ultra, by dragon. Now, where's our die? Ultra, I use 1 mana. Tap the token of the dragon for 1 more mana. To cover the cost of Animate Dead, we have 7 floating black mana. This enters, it's gonna pull the Revolutionist. Amazing. Now you can start with your combo, right? So there's ETBs. What are we gonna do? Obviously, get Saw in Half back into our hand. We're gonna use 3. That puts us at 4 mana. 4 mana, right? Target, bye bitch. What do we get? 2 more, amazing. Now you just execute the combo as normal. I think I put everything in the yard. So basically you're gonna get, these are 2 copies of the Revolutionist, right? I'll leave this here as reference, that card. We will get, one will get Saw in Half, one will get Burnt Offering. Oops, that is not Burnt Offering.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
I can read, I promise, I just can't read magic cards. So obviously, use 1 mana. If you're floating, you have 3. Sack it, you get 6 mana, right? We get 1 red, and then we'll be at 8 black. And from this point, you guys already know how to execute the remainder of the combo, and then the second portion of the combo. And that's how you deal with the Revolutionist being in the yard. The second combo, or the original combo of Anje Falkenrath, right? It is Worldgorger Dragon. The reason why I implemented the other combo is because this one is easy to get out, less steps. However, if you ever played this deck and got this exiled, that's a bad day. It's just, you're just there with no permanence.
You're a victim.
This is my plan B. Broodlord, plan A. All right, so what do? Using the commander like we did with the last combo, we're gonna get dragon into the yard. We also have other ways to tutor it to get it directly into the yard. So now dragon's in the yard, and we get to use either one of these, right? Necromancy lets you execute the combo at instant speed. These 2 are just less CMC, right? So we'll use this one, right? Someone's trying to combo off, I don't know, someone dropped the Oracle, cool. And people just finished doing the whole counter war. You don't have any, you have a few counters. I mean, you're not trying to interact with people, right? So you maybe have 1 or 2 interaction pieces in your hand, but you're just waiting. Okay, last counter gets cast, now we're here. Play this as instant speed. All right, 3 mana, cool. So we get dragon, boom. So at this point, when Worldgorger Dragon ETBs, it's gonna exile all your permanents. So you could do a couple things. You could keep using your commander when it enters again. But what you really need to do is tap your lands to float mana, right? So every time this ETBs, it deals 1 damage. So this is how this looks. This enters. I'm gonna exile all my permanents. I will tap these to float. I won't float anything with this because I'm gonna be taking damage. So I'll just float 1 red and colorless, whatever, right? All my permanents are exiled to include the necromancy. So now what I do is, since he's no longer attached to necromancy, he goes away. Since he went away, all my permanents come back, right? Untap. Now, this ETBs is gonna target a dragon again. What's gonna happen? It's gonna exile all your permanents. So at this point, you could, if you need to, you can put more cards into your hand. You could, depending if you're still trying to dig for interactions, cause you can still be countered. You can be path of swords. This combo is very fragile. So I will still, although you might be comfortable with your hand, I will still just dig 1 deeper. So draw and then ping. Now say we don't have this land, right? Bye. No land. No sun-scorched desert. But we still have the combo going, right? When this ETBs, we're gonna tap all our lands and float mana. With the exception of Mount Doom. Right? We're gonna continue to do it, right? So leave, enter. We're gonna do it until we have, I don't know, pick a number, 2 billion of each black and red mana. Okay, so at this point we have 1 billion red and 1 billion black mana, right? So we're gonna continue to exile and enter our permanents. Now, while we're doing that with our 1 billion red, 1 billion black, we will start dumping into Mount Doom. So Mount Doom says pay 1 and Rakdos, tap. Mount Doom deals 1 damage to each opponent. So every time these permanent ETBs, you're gonna tap these still to float, right? And then use your floating mana, the billions of floating mana that you have, and dump it into this. So it's gonna ping everyone for 1. Everything goes away, it comes back, untap, right? Do it again. And then you do it until all your opponents are dead.
Him, her, him, bodies!
Okay, so this goes for both combos. We do have mana rocks. We got Line Iron Diamond, Jeweled Amulet, which I think is great. It definitely supports getting that turn to Anya. Soul Ring, obviously, Chrome Mox, and then Lotus Petal. I don't currently with this deck list running Mox Diamond. However, you could run it, no issues. So that's just an option, and obviously you're gonna just dump your hand with this. Lion's Eye Diamond is a really good card for this. So say you need 3 mana, you're short, and you need a cast for the original combo, for the Broodlord combo. You just tap this, discard your hand. You really don't need it at this point. You're not really holding up that many counter spells, right? Your interaction is kind of low with Rakdos. However, timing is everything. So utilizing your cards to the best of your ability, reading your opponents, seeing what's been played, hand counts. These are all things you have to consider when playing this deck. Could you, like I said, could you play Mox Diamond? Absolutely. You could throw it in here. If you check the deck list, the current deck list, you could remove 1 basic and then actually 2 basics. And then at that point, you could run a Wheel of Fortune and a Mox Diamond. Understand though, Mox Diamond in your hand most likely will be a dead card because of the land count is so low. But as you start to loop with your commander, you eventually will hit some lands and then it becomes relevant and then it'll be online, right? So these are just things I want you to consider. Again, this is my first CEDH deck. I love this deck. I've been wanting to tear it apart just to use the pieces. However, I just can't bring myself to it. If you guys have any questions in regards to the combo, bless the comments, drop a crown in the comments. If you want me to execute and demonstrate other combos from other commanders, absolutely let me know, put it in the comments. I would love to do so. Hopefully this helped you. Hopefully this gives you a little bit more appreciation for this commander and seeing how it operates. And like always guys, God bless.
baby.